So my name's Caden. I'm going to be running through the project canvas that we've created. I'll draw your attention to the top of the screen there. We have our project titled the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Plan. Our motivation is to develop a system to make conforming to the EU's new Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive easier and more accessible to SMEs. So this is basically just the project brief that we want to present a solution to make conforming to these new sustainability metrics imposed by the EU more easy and straightforward for small companies to manage. So keep moving here. We'll look into participants. So team members are the first, 4 of us. The stakeholders would be small businesses that will be affected by regulations. EU Parliament would be next. They're enforcing it. The SME project managers, this is kind of under the SMEs, but they would be the ones kind of spearheading the project past us, giving it to them. And then the general public is a stakeholder because sustainability affects us all. As far as third parties go, Catherine, our professor, is also a stakeholder. For goals, develop an information system to capture, measure, and monitor ESG metrics, and then synthesize relevant agile and project management tools and methods into a plan. The project goals kind of consist more of the outputs, whereas the solution goals kind of are the goals related to our coming up with and our process of creating this project. So solution goals: create a report demonstrating our achievement of project management concepts applied to a real world setting, justify the strategies and decisions chosen, demonstrate organization, independent work, project management, and conflict resolution capabilities, and then finally create an overview video that showcases team achievements. So these will be gone into detail in the other slides here. So users of the product are going to be the project managers following the guidelines in our final plan, and then companies who have chosen our team to implement the ESG project management workflow. Potential personas of these SMEs include Dozio Cheese, which is a small local business, Workshop Direct, this is more of a medium kind of national throughout Ireland business, and then a general coffee chain, which would be a small national business. User benefits, so they will benefit from receiving a project plan which allows them to conform to the CSRD, allows them to capture, measure, and monitor the metrics. And then it will also give them insight into establishing a dedicated team or monitoring system for tracking these metrics once we've kind of walked them through how to set up the project management. Activities and deliverables. So we're going to create a timeline of necessary achievements using a Gantt chart, and by drawing a burn down chart. We're going to utilize project management tools. We've already started a Jira project. We've been documenting via Confluence, and we've been utilizing the Scrum methodology for meetings and reviews. We are going to create a training system for the customer. This is going to consist of design templates and project management walkthroughs. We're going to create a Hoshin mindset where we write an overarching goal for the project to align the team's mindset, and we're going to monitor project progress through interim reports and Scrum, retros, planning, and reviews, which again we've been doing. And then finally, we're going to utilize effective communication. We've been having twice weekly stand-up meetings. We've been having WhatsApp group chats for more informal communication. And we've been using Jira, as well as commenting and reviews and feedback on the Jira to keep things all in one place. Assumptions. So we're assuming that the ESG metrics are going to be simple to measure and quantify. We're going to be assuming that monitoring the metrics, our system suits a wide range of varied companies and industries. We want to, provide important metrics for each industry that suits them. And then assumptions about the project. We're assuming we know enough about project management to create a suitable solution, and we're assuming that we create a legally sound solution because we don't have any actual expertise in that area. Risks. So followed by mitigations, we have that the gears of the project don't mesh and the system we create is too complicated. So to mitigate this, we want to stick with well-known project management techniques and models. Don't overcomplicate things, keep things straightforward and easy to implement. We risk failure to fully take into account available company resources of the SMEs and the capabilities of their workforce. To mitigate this, we want to analyze pools of SMEs to better know the general capabilities and best suit a general audience. Finally, we're risking that project managers won't understand how to use our solution and that they think it's too much work. For this, we want to prioritize concise and simple documentation and a good process to teach. So milestones, we have the interim report and the final report for the project, and then for the actual solution, we have the ESG metrics coming into play. We have the deadline for companies to measure their ESG metrics, and then we have our team implementing the solution for a company. Constraints, we're constrained by our knowledge of ESGs, complying with CSRDs. We don't have much project management experience. We don't have much time, only 2 months. We have very little contact with stakeholders, and we have a small team with free software, which is overall just limiting our resources. Scope, we have the project side. We want to utilize project management tools and methodologies, all that we're taught in the course. We want the solution to be a report detailing the methodology. We're going to create templates for the solution, implementation and monitoring, and we're going to try to have an interview with an example company. Outside of our scope, the actual implementation of our system in a real-world scenario is not required, and measurement of methods, which would be real-world applicable, aren't in the scope. And that is it for the project canvas, so I will hand it off to another member of our team. Thank you.
Dazio Cheese, a small company that produces cheese in Ireland, and how we aid them in understanding and implementing the new European Sustainability Reporting Standards, known as ESRS. Dazio Cheese is a small company that produces and sells artisanal Swiss-style cheese in Ireland. The owner, Danilo Dazio, a man in his late 40s, emigrated from Switzerland about 5 years ago, bringing with him a rich knowledge of cheese-making techniques. With this expertise, he has founded and grown his company, today employing approximately 15 people. The company produces and distributes cheese across Ireland. He recently heard from an inspector doing a checkup that the European Commission is mandating the adoption of new European Sustainability Reporting Standards, ESRS, by small and medium companies. Danilo has never heard of these metrics, and when he looks them up, he is quickly overwhelmed by the complicated legal language used, as he has no experience with governmental laws except the small amount needed to found his company. His difficulty comprehending the laws is compounded by the fact that English is not his native language. He searches for a service that can help him understand and abide by these new laws. This is when he discovers us. We are a consultancy and project management agency that provides legal solutions to governmental problems for companies. Our legal department has analysed these ESRS metrics and understands how they apply to companies of varying sizes. We analyse Danilo's cheese-making business and devise and present a solution to implement them. This includes a roadmap, frameworks, templates, and training for Danilo and his employees on how to use project management techniques and software to stay on track and get the solution implemented on time. We will support Danilo and his employees as they become familiar with the solution and setup process, and then we'll step back, but still provides indirect support when needed. Thank you.
We have decided to use a number of tools to facilitate our use of Agile and Scrum methodology. To effectively utilize Scrum, we chose to use a Kanban board. This tool lets us visualize the work that needs to be done. This is by seeing what tasks are in the sprint are yet to be started, which tasks are currently being worked on, which tasks are in review, which tasks are blocked, and which tasks are finished. This can help to identify bottlenecks, enhance transparency, and encourage collaboration within the team. Next, we're utilizing a backlog. This is a list of all the tasks that need to be finished that are not yet in a sprint. The backlog allows for prioritization of user stories. By reordering the user stories, we can decide which ones need to be tackled first. The backlog is flexible, new items can be added, existing items can be reprioritized, and low priority items can be removed. The backlog is also where the sprints are started. The next tool we're using is the timeline. This shows us an estimated outline of how long it will take us to finish each epic. In our case, we came up with 3 epics, one for preliminary research, one for the work associated with the interim report, and one for the work associated with the final report. Finally, we are using Confluence as a tool to document everything we accomplish. Confluence is designed for team collaboration, as each team member shares the same space and can collaborate on the same document simultaneously. Our space contains our research, meeting notes, and other work that we have completed. Thank you for watching our video.